Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, everyone. My name is Sefiana Dwi Haryanto, and today I will be presenting my thesis recital, The Influence of CEO Overconfidence on Equity Incentive in Sharia Companies in Indonesia and Malaysia. Background. Equity incentive play a critical role in aligning the interests of CEO and shareholders. These incentives are commonly provided through stock option, restricted shares, or performance-based compensation. They serve as a mechanism to resolve a agency problem, where managers may not always act in the best interest of shareholders. However, CEO overconfidence is an important behavioral factor. Overconfident CEO tend to overestimate project success, which can lead to riskier decisions. This makes equity incentives both necessary and complex. They can encourage performance but also imply risks if not designed carefully. The core problem lies in how overconfident CEOs make risky decisions, such as aggressive investment or high leverage. They may harm the firm in the long run. While equity incentives are supposed to reduce agency conflict, their actual effectiveness in moderating overconfident behavior is still debated. Moreover, there is limited research focusing on this issue in Sharia-compliant companies, particularly in Indonesia and Malaysia, which have a unique governance structure and regulatory framework. This research focused on non-financial Sharia-list companies in Indonesia and Malaysia between 2019 and 2023. CEO overconfidence is measured using ownership value and leverage ratio, while equity incentives are identified from annual reports. The study doesn't directly assess psychology trials but use financial proxy. Financial companies are excluded due to different regulation and capital structure. There are two main research questions. Is there a significant relationship between ownership value and equity incentive is non-financial Sharia? And is there a significant relationship between leverage ratio and equity incentive in the same company? Is there Correspondingly, the objectives are to analyze of influence of ownership value on equity incentive and to analyze the influence of leverage ratio on equity incentive. Literature review. Agency theory. Explain conflict between principal or shareholders and agent is CEO, which are due to different interests and information asymmetry. Equity incentives are used to reduce their conflict by aligning goals. Overconfidence is a psychological bias where individuals overestimate their abilities or information accuracy. In corporate setting, overconfident CEO may pursue aggressive strategies based on unrealistic expectations. Equity incentives themselves are double-edged. While they can motivate long-term performance, they may also encourage excessive risk-taking if the CEO is overconfident. This slide explains a financial ratio use a control variable. ROA show how efficiently a company uses its asset to generate profits. PBV reflect how the market values the company compared to its book value, and PAR indicates investor expectation by comparing stock price to earning. The theoretical framework of this study links overconfidence through ownership and leverage to equity incentive as a dependent variable, and while controlling for firm performance through financial ratio is ROA, EPS, PBV, and PAR. This research used a quantitative approach based on secondary data from annual report of 35 Sharia companies with a total 170 firm-year observation between 2019 and 2023. Research method. Dependent variable is equity incentive. The measurement refers to the study of Kiao et al. And Mawang using dummy variable, where the value is 1 for companies that provide equity incentive and the value is 0 for a company that do not. Independent variable yaitu overconfidence measured using ownership value and leverage. Control variable is ROA, return on asset, EPS earning per share, PBV price to book value per price earning ratio. ROA laba bersih dibagi total aset, EPS, laba bersih dikurang dividen saham dibagi jumlah saham beredar, VBV, harga pasar per saham dibagi nilai buku per saham, per harga saham dibagi earning per share. Research method, data analysis technique. Using strata. To analyze the data, I use the seemingly unrelated regression or SURE method. This technique estimates multiple regression equations at once. Considering the correlation between error terms, this provides more efficient and reliable result. I also apply the Levin-Lin-Xu test to check for data stationary. Non-stationary data can lead to biased results, so variables were transferred if necessary. Additional, I use the R-square value to measure how well the model explains variation in equity incentive, and the t-test to evaluate the individual significance of each independent variable using a 5% significance level. The result, equity incentives have an average value of 0,353, meaning most companies don't provide equity-based compensation. And ownership value average 3,27% with a wide range indicating possible CEO overconfidence. Leverage also shows variation reflecting difference in a capital structure across firms. ROA average 2,12%. Some companies report loss, but most are profitable. EPS range from negative 9,6 to positive 20.000, showing mixed performance. VBV has a high average of 13,7, which means the market generally values their companies above book value. For average negative 6,85, suggesting that many firms are experiencing unstable or negative earnings. To ensure valid regression result, I perform a stationary test using the ADF-Fisher method. Initially, most variables were not stationary, meaning their mean and variance changed over time. This could lead to biased estimation, so I apply a first difference transformation to the data. After the transformation of variables become stationary with p-value below 0,05, this confirms that the data are suitable for final regression analysis. Based on the Coe test and Hausman test, the best model is fixed effect. The multiple test p-value are 0,00, then the select model is random effect. Classic assumption test. To validate the regression model, I conduct several classic assumption tests. First, the normality test shows that the data are normally distributed. And the Birch-Fagan test indicated the variation of heteroscedasties. However, the p-values were below 10, so there is no multicollinearity problem. Finally, the Woolridge test confirmed autocorrelation in the panel data. To address this, I use robust standard error in the regression to obtain more reliable estimate. Result hypothesis testing. Ownership value has a positive and significant effect on equity incentive. This suggests that CEOs with higher ownership are more confident and more likely to receive stock-based compensation. Leverage also shows a positive and significant relationship. This means that companies with higher debt tend to offer equity incentive. Possibility to keep CEO motivated under financial pressure. EPS, ROA, and PBV don't have a significant effect on equity incentive. This performance indicator may not be the main consideration in deciding long-term compensation interest. Interestingly, PER has a negative and significant effect. High PER value may reflect overvaluation, so firms may reduce equity incentives to avoid rewarding CEO based on inflated market expectation. The F-test shows that the independent and control variable ownership value, leverage, ROI, EPS, VBV, and PER jointly have a significant effect on equity incentive with a p-value of 0,000. As for the coefficient of determination, the R-square value is 0,2343. This means that about 3,43% of the variation in equity incentive can be explained by the model, while the remaining 76,57% is influenced by other external factors not included in this study. Discussion. Ownership value has a positive and significant effect on equity incentive. This means CEOs who own more shares tend to be overconfident and prefer stock-based compensation. The support agency theory and prior studies like Sun and Xia and Zhongning in short, psychological traits like overconfidence still matter in designing CEO incentive even in Sharia-compliant firms. Leverage also show a positive and significant effect on equity incentive. Overconfident CEO tend to use more debt, stay optimistic, and prefer stock-based reward. This finding is consistent with studies like Kaplan and Chen. In short, equity incentive help keep CEO motivated even when facing financial risks. Both ROA and EPS don't have a significant effect on equity incentive. ROA reflects short-term performance and may be influenced by accounting adjustment, making it less suitable for long-term incentive plans. Similarly, EPS can be affected by dividend or accounting policies. And in Sharia firms, earning manipulation is avoided, making EPS less reliable. In short, stock-based incentives should focus on long-term and harder to manipulate indicators, not just short-term metrics like ROI and EPS. VBP has no significant effect on equity incentive. Its volatility and weak link to managerial performance make it less relevant, especially in Sharia firms which favor long-term strategic indicator. On the other hand, PER has a negative and significant effect. A high PER may signal market overvaluation or unrealistic expectation, which discourages firms from offering equity incentives to avoid sending the wrong signal. In short, Sharia companies tend to avoid using market-based metrics like PER or VBV when designing executive compensation. Conclusion. Ownership value has a positive effect on equity incentive. CEOs who own more shares to tend be more confident and favor stock-based compensation. Leverage also show a positive effect, supporting the idea that overconfident CEOs take more risk and are rewarded through equity incentive. PER has a negative effect, indicating caution in using market valuation for compensation. Meanwhile, ROA, EPS, and VBV are not significant, suggesting that traditional financial metrics may be less relevant in Sharia-based governance. Research implication. This study offers several important implications. Equity incentive design should consider psychology traits, especially CEO overconfidence. Overconfident CEO need closer monitoring and risk evaluation. The board of directors and remuneration committees should focus on long-term indicators based on Sharia principles. Regulators, both capital market and Sharia-based, should address behavioral factors in corporate governance. Finally, there is a need for a specific Sharia-based incentive regulation that go beyond conventional market logic. Research limitation of performance variable and content. The financial performance variables such as ROA, EPS, VBP, and PER may not adequately reflect the value or performance in the context of Sharia because they don't take into account spiritual, ethical, or social dimension and limited observation time. Suggestion for future research involve the Islamic financial sector such as banking, insurance, or Islamic fintech so that the research results are more comprehensive. It can also include a conventional company. For future research, it can include Islamic performance indicators such as the Maqasid Sharia Index and Zakat compliance as different variables to understand the relationship between incentive and CEO behavior from a more Islamic perspective. That's all my presentation and thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.